Nintendo.
What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you to a brand new Let's Play. It is time for us to finally jump in to one of my favorite games of all time, Animal Crossing, specifically the Animal Crossing for the GameCube. Now, I'm not going to say, by saying that this is one of my favorite games ever, is this objectively the best game in the whole series? No. Not going to go out and say that right off the bat, but it is my personal favorite, and I've been wanting to actually properly Let's Play this for a very long time. For those who might remember, I actually did a playthrough of this game. Oh man, it's got to have been 4, 5, possibly even like 6 years ago at this point. It was one of the very first things I ever did. Once I actually got like a slightly more advanced capture setup. So it was probably 5 or 6 years ago that I last Let's Played this. Or last even did a playthrough, and it was very kind of just jumbled, didn't really have any structure to it. But this time around, we are going to be doing a properly structured Let's Play, and we're going to start off by, on this very first day, I'm going to be uploading 3 videos today, and we're just going to get started on this adventure in our brand new home in this brand new town. And I am ready to go, KK. And so he's going to explain for a little bit about the multiplayer stuff that you can do in this game. Multiplayer, but not really multiplayer. Where you can visit other people's towns, but we'll get into all of that at a later time. We just going to jump on into this Animal Crossing adventure and go to our brand new home. Something that I have been wanting to do, again, like I said, for a very long time. Well, hello there, kitty cat. Yeah, sure, I got a second. Let's see, 7:02 a.m., Saturday, December 1st, 2018. Possibly give or take a couple minutes, depending on how quickly people clicked on this video, maybe even later. But yes, I think that is about correct. Let's do this thing. Oh, yeah, no problem, buddy, no problem. Just sit down and don't laugh at me just because I'm ugly. Please, I would appreciate that. Yeah, if you're going to drool, though, you can sit on the opposite seat. Thank you. Just like that. Never mind the old woman in the back who keeps waking up at random. No, I'm not a psycho, although that's honestly for me to know and for you to find out later. So for my name, I'm just going to go standard. I'm just going to pick my name. Actually, I'm not going to do anything fancy or convoluted. Yep, odd name. Yeah, I've gotten that a lot in my life, for sure. No, really, though. I like my name. I appreciate it. It's very cute, don't you think? Yep, very cute name for a very cute... Excuse me? What? How awfully presumptuous of you. I am not a girl. Jerk. It's just cute, okay? It's also cool. Freaking rude. Look at this guy freaking judging me with his 16-bit eyes. Alright, so entering the destination. So, I don't really actually have anything. I have something in mind, but it's not anything super clever. But it's going to be very fitting for the type of place that we're going. Now, honestly, in Animal Crossing GameCube, I think they changed this in later games, but there's only an 8-character limit, and that includes spaces. So there's really not a whole lot you can do with the names in this game, unfortunately. But I'm just going to be going with Snow Bay. Yes, going to Snow Bay. That's right. Yeah, you do. It's like one of the coolest places ever. Am I right? Actually, it's not. It's frigid and horrible and covered in disease. That's not actually true, that last part. But it is frigid and cold, and I'm moving there because I feel like it. Because I want to get out of the city, okay? I'm tired of the city. I'm tired of the urban life, and I'm tired of paying taxes, and I don't know where I'm even going yet, so leave me alone. No, I just don't know yet. No! I wanted to live that hobo life. I wanted to live that welfare life. Oh, you don't have to. No, you don't have to talk to anybody about this. It's fine. Fine. All right, whatever. Go make your call. Just this guy is just all up in my business, and I'm not really the fondest of that at the moment. But I guess we might as well eavesdrop on him at least a little bit while he's making this call to whoever this guy is on the other end. I freaking know. It's like, just let me move there and live the way I want to live. What if I just want to set up a tent? Okay, is there anything wrong with that? Just to pitch a tent in the middle of town and live there? Assuming that they don't have any laws against that, because most places do. Well, alright. What's up? What information did you get? Not really, but good news for me. It sounds like my buddy has, brand new houses for sale, dirt cheap. The work's all done. He hasn't been able to rent them. Wants to unload them, so he's willing to take a loss? Seriously, a loss? That's pretty bad. I knew the housing market was crazy right now, but okay. In fact, if anything, it's a buyer's market right now. Come on. Or no, sorry, a seller's market, excuse me, not a buyer's market. Oh, whatever. We're getting financial and economy jokes. Anyways, we're here, and we can leave the kitty cat, and we have finally arrived in Snow Bay, everybody. So welcome one, welcome all. Oh gosh, I'm actually a little concerned. How am I going to look? Ah, tired eyes. That's honestly perfect. Now arriving at Snow Bay, welcome to Snow Bay. Watch your step, eek, eek. Now, I do believe that your starting clothes is actually determined on the letters in your name. So I think this is true. If I'm not positive entirely, but every single time I ever start a playthrough with my character actually being named me, it's always this outfit right here, the flame outfit. So for some reason we have horns. So I'm assuming that this is in fact a direct sequel to Eco. And we're going to head down here and get immediately assaulted by a Tanuki. Yes, it happens to be Levi. Okay. Had a phone call, but yeah. Which I want to know how that works. How does the landline work when they're on the train? I don't freaking know, whatever. Hello, Tom Nook. He runs the store here in town. Quite pleased to meet me. Sure you are. Also, I have to say your ears, they kind of look like burnt tater tots. Like I can't stop staring at them, but regardless. Don't laugh at me, by the way. Just don't even laugh. I'm not even amused. You can clearly see it on my face. Alright, don't you worry, it may be small, but I have a house you can move into right away. It should more than suit your needs. Actually, he's got one of 4 options. So let's go! And so, always here in the acre below the train station, there are going to be options of 4 houses, which means you can have up to 4 characters in the town, obviously, 4 files. And we get to pick 1. Now, I know exactly which one I'm going to pick because I always pick it, and that is going to be this house on the top left. The only differences between them are the wall and floor patterns that you get to start with. Everything else comes with, I'm going to show you right here. Well, and then obviously the roof color as well, but all of this is stuff that can be changed very quickly anyway, so it's not really a huge deal. And they all come with a tape deck and a journal that you can use, as well as a box that it sits upon, and that's it. And then the wall and the floor patterns change. This is going to be the starting house that we choose, is this one on the top left. There's really hardly any major differences between the other ones. I like it, actually. Quite sure, yes, this is good. Decided then, that house now belongs to you, Levi. What a happy day for you, I'm certain. Oh yeah, it's great, I'm finally a homeowner. It freaking took me long enough, honestly. Extra radio, awesome. Let me see, I suppose you'd like a quick rundown of your house. Listen carefully, please. As you can no doubt see, the house doesn't have any furniture in it at all. Yes, quite bare, I'm afraid. As are most places when you buy them. But that makes sense. Obviously, you can't expect me to furnish the place for you. You can do whatever you like with your own stuff, but don't try to mess around with other folks' things. You can't. It's not like the game's going to actually let you. Nobody will know if you just nudge stuff, though. You'll probably want to pop in neighbors' houses to get some ideas for your own interior designs. Oh, yes, that weird thing over by the door there, that would be your personal gyroid assistant. If visitors stop by when you're not around, this gyroid will meet and greet them. It truly is a must-have. You can teach it messages, and then the little fellow will repeat them to visitors. And that's just one of its talents. You can also leave items with it, which it can give or even sell to other folks. Oh, and one more thing. When you're done playing, be absolutely sure to speak to your gyroid, for that is the only way for you to save everything you did that day. It would be a shame to lose such things. If you quit playing without talking to it first, it'll be like everything you did that day never even happened, and there will be dire consequences for doing that. Please take extra care so you never forget. I'd hate to see such a thing happen. And that marks the end of my explanation. I'm hoping that I didn't forget anything. Yep, I got all of that. Alright, cool. No, absolutely not. Okay, well, I'm sure you'll settle into the particulars. Yeah. You know what? I think I'll be able to handle this. Been living on my own for a while. I know I don't look like I'm very responsible, considering I've got 1,000 of the 19,800. Not nearly enough. Sure. Only 1,000 bells. Yeah. No, I'm not joking. Okay. Excuse me. I am not. We're the same height, first of all. what happens to people who don't have enough money, and then that's when he breaks out the bat, breaks my knees in. Still have a place to stay, don't you? A thorny situation. Yes, rather thorny. Then here's what we'll do. You can work part-time at my shop to pay off the rest. Yes, that's acceptable. Splendid. We're all set. This will work wonderfully. Now then, you'll have to come by my shop later to work. You can find my shop in Acre A5. You can't miss it. At least most people can't miss it. If you have trouble, check the map by the station. Heading back there now, so I'll be waiting for you. I'd ask you to be quick about coming, yes? I would be, but your shop isn't actually... I don't think it's technically open yet, and I have a town to look around, so... Gosh, this first episode is going to be a little bit meaty, so we are going to take the time and we're going to have a look around town. Just get our bearings on what's going on in this place that we live in. So let's take a look at that map here by the train station. Okay, so see, we got post office next to us, dump, shop, all across the top. All 3 of these are always going to be situated in the top acres at all times. There won't be any lived-in houses up in the top acres. This also applies to the bottom acres as well. Sometimes you will get homes in these lower ones, but usually don't. So purple houses are going to be women, and then blue houses are going to be dudes. You also get the wishing well. You also got the police station, the tailor, and the museum. That is not really the most convenient place for the museum, but we're going to have a look around and everything. So you can see it shows us the river, it shows us all of our cliffs. This is a 3-layered town, so that'll be fun. And then, of course, all of the docks. So we're going to have a look at everything. And it looks like our town fruit is peaches. Depending on which town you get, you will get a specific fruit. That fruit, you can shake them off the trees, pick them up, and they are worth 100 bells each. If you can get foreign fruits to the town, they will be worth 500 bells each, and you can plant them. So here we got the post office, we got the rock. You also have this, which is your town melody. And these can be changed up, something that I will be doing at some point in this Let's Play, so we're just going to leave it for now to the traditional one. You got some rocks, trees. It's always good to take note of every single little thing in your town. You also got these little stars right here. We'll talk about those another time. But just having a look around. Ooh, a soccer ball. I don't even want it. So we got ourselves little river, goes downstream. Oh, this is such a cute little place. I really like it. It's very sweet. Oh, isn't it adorable? Excuse me, I just heard somebody come out of their house. Hello there! What's with all the noise? I don't like mornings, and I don't like morning people, so how's about you go away? You're the one who... I'm sorry. Don't think we met. Sorry for being rude, since you did come over here just to say hi. Let's just forget about it. I'm Admiral. Maybe I'll see you around. Yeah, let's talk to the guy real quick, and I can show you the way that conversation structures usually work in this game. So they'll always give you an introductory greeting, and then you got 3 things you can do. Obviously, one is to dismiss. Morning is just to talk, and then any tips. All these things. However, usually these will replace with a request for a job and then a request for just normal conversation, which can result in many different things happening. Sometimes they'll give you jobs, sometimes they won't. Usually they'll be like little fetch quests, or they'll send you out on deliveries and things like that, and you'll always get rewards in the end. Unless you're totally clueless, you probably noticed all the fruit trees around Snow Bay. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but if you want any fruit, just face the tree. Okay, know how to do it. Okay, cool. So this is Admiral. He's our first villager that we've met. He is of the grumpy archetype. There are villagers of every single archetype. I think there's 4 different archetypes for each gender in the game. There's always a grumpy, or I guess in the women's case, it's usually like a really prissy and kind of just a bitch archetype. And the guys will just be a douchebag. Then there's also always the sporty archetype. There's usually a little more of a timid archetype, and then there's just a straight up nice archetype of each gender, usually. So, let's see. Don't want to get lost around my town too much. The dump is a place you're going to want to check often. Just random items will appear there at different times. Tom Nook's shop, obviously, is right over here, and this is where we're going to be starting our job soon enough, but not right now. It is open, so that's good. I can at least get started on that relatively quickly, but we're going to save that for the next episode. I'm not really concerned with that right now. So let's head on down. There's one place I want to check out in particular, and I believe it was the acre next to the museum, which was down another one. Hello? Morning. I feel so good this morning. I wonder why. Oh, hey, you're new around here, aren't you? Hey, okay. Hey, okay? Oh my gosh, that's her little call sign. That is adorable. I love her already. Did I want something? No, you know what? I think I'm good. My mistake. So she's a sweetheart. I love Hey, okay. That is just adorable. And who is this that we got here? This is Olive. Have we met, Sweet Pea? I'm sure I've remembered you. What's your name? Oh, Levi. I've heard about you. You only just moved into Snow Bay, didn't you? Well, hi, I'm Olive. I'm sure you're still getting settled, but feel free to drop by and say hello sometime. That we will have to. We're going to definitely get acquainted to all of our villagers. We, by no means, have the max number of villagers at any given time either, so that's another good thing. We can always get more, and then of course villagers will move in and out at their discretion as well. So welcome to the police station. This is where I'm mostly concerned on going to right now. Morning to you, out and about in this early, aren't we? Morning, aren't we, citizen? No slacking here, I approve. Enough chit chat. Officer Copper is here to serve, and serve I shall. How may I be of assistance? Anything's on? Anything in particular interest to report? But good luck with the new job. Oh, I don't think he actually gives me the thing yet. Okay, so I guess I'm not worried about that. Anything lost? Want to know how many lost items? We currently have 3, so we can check on inside. Now, this is kind of sleazy, but it's also hilarious. Sure, yes, every item is lost. I mean, we don't know who owns them. You can take anything, I think. So Booker will follow us around. We can actually just come in here and claim any item we want. So a garbage can. I would love that for my new house. Thank you. I mean, that's mine. And then this one is a club shirt. No, I don't want a shirt that makes me look like a deck of cards. Thank you. But yeah, you can kind of just come in here and take anything you want, really. It's kind of cool. It's kind of sleazy, but it's kind of cool. So let's take a look at the map again. I was hoping he would actually give me one, but I guess he doesn't do that quite yet. So, met Wendy, we met Olive, we have not met Ace, and we have not met Ursula and Alfonso. Maybe I was wrong about the colors again, indicating gender, because I'm also noticing orange and blue. I didn't notice that was orange. Maybe I was wrong about that. So ignore me on that front. We have ourselves the museum here. We're going to take a look real quick. And we are going to meet our friend, Blathers. What time is it? I'm so very sleepy. Oh, dear me, 1,000 pardons. So terribly sorry. I'm afraid I'm a bit of a night owl, yes? Yes, well, by the by, might there be something with which I can assist you? What is this? Oh, yes, indeed. Well, tell me, might you be familiar with the Faraway Museum? What? Oh, dear me, you've not heard of it? Well, no great bother. It's something you'll no doubt learn about in due time. Nothing to worry about there. Let's get started, shall we? Get down to the brass tacks, eh? We're the Snow Bay branch of the Faraway Museum. Miniature version of the main museum, if you will. Equally interesting, of course, but merely a bit wee. Our main purpose is to provide a place for the exhibition of the items we feel have some significant paleontological, artistic, and or zoological importance in collection and classification of which. Oh, dear me, I went rambling on with some awfully painful explanation again, didn't I? Confound this blabbing beak. My sincere apologies. I do tend to go on, you know. It's a frightful habit, I say. Rather frightful. Man, I am just tripping over my words right now. You wish for me to stop now? Yeah, I think we got it. Okay. So, you can have a look at all these exhibits. We're not going to actually go looking around in any of these quite yet, but you can obviously see that we have a fish exhibit, a fossil exhibit, a painting exhibit, or art exhibit in general, and an insect exhibit. These are all things that we can collect throughout the game and that we can donate to the museum to eventually fill it up to its capacity. Something that I hope to do throughout the entirety of this Let's Play if I can help it. We got ourselves the sea, which of course has shells that you can pick up that are worth considerable amounts. I'm actually going to grab a few of these because these are worth quite a bit depending on the ones you get. Wintle traps are not worth so much, but while we're on the way here, let's stop by the Able Sisters. Hi there, come on in. Welcome to Able Sisters, where you are the famous fashion designer. So, Able Sisters is a little bit different. It's not actually a place for buying clothes, it's a place for buying patterns. Yes, I'm sure thing. I like to call that design avant-garde. Can I help you with it? I want it. If you end up with more than 8 designs, you have to get rid of them, but you're okay with that, right? Sure, I would like to get rid of my designs. So you can always store up to 8 designs at a time. I'm going to store it with in the place of a blank design. It's great when you can finally get a pattern that really speaks to you. It's like coming home. So, let's go to my menus real quick. So if I go over here, I can take a look at my patterns, and I can use these in different ways. So I'm going to grab this. Actually, I think I can use it somewhere. No. I want to grab it and use it on... Oh, no, I guess I can't. I wanted to use it on my background pattern, but I guess I can't do that. Not in this game, anyway. Like, as you can see, if I use it on my clothes, now I look like that. I can basically put any pattern on I want, which is... You know, it's a little bit of a consuming process to make them, but you're able to build any pattern that you want at any time. I can design a pattern right here. Create your own design, costs 350 bells for materials, which I'm not going to do because I do not have any money at the moment. But you can you basically can go into kind of a cross-stitch section where you're allowed to choose your own pixel-by-pixel pattern and make it and stuff like that. It's really cool. Obviously, there's all these patterns on display. I don't think these ever... I'm not entirely sure if these ever change. I don't think they do. I think these actually stagnate and stay the same, at least for the time being. But again, this is just kind of a place where you can just kind of express your own creativity. You can also, I believe, get other patterns through other means, but in the GameCube version, really the only way you could do that was through the e-reader. Let's see, what to trap, there's another conch, I will take those. Again, those are quite a bit. Porcelettas aren't so great either. Porceletta, Wendell Trap, and of course, Ocean is also a great place for visiting. You got yourself the lighthouse here, which is obviously only going to come on at night, and it is not quite nighttime. It's a little bit past that. We're early in the morning now. Let's see, I'll take that. Thank you. And of course, all of these shells that I am grabbing will be replaced with other shells by the next day. So, grabbing all these. Venus comb, absolutely. And I think that'll do it. Wow, I love this little tiny section right here. Like, this is just my private section, my private beach. Nobody can have it. That's just hilarious. Good job, random number generator. Okay, so let's head on up here and let's say hi to this guy. Oh my gosh, it's a crocodile or alligator. What time is it? Really, it's 7 a.m. already, but I'm still so sleepy. Wait a minute, who are you? Have we met? My name's Alfonso. Yeah, hi. Look, I'm real beat right now, but feel free to stop by and chat sometime. So we said hi to Alfonso. Unfortunately, I still don't have a map to refer to. I do want to mention another point of interest. First of all is this waterfall. Now, the reason this waterfall is a point of interest is because there are special fish, or actually, I think in this game, only a single special fish that can be caught by the waterfall, so that's something to take note of. And the other thing that I want to take note of in regards to the water is this section right here. This section, this pond, is where a few special fish can be caught, as well as where a couple special events will take place. So another thing to note. And then, of course, right here, we have ourselves the wishing well with Tortimer the mayor.
Yeah, what? Who are you? You whippersnapper, tell me something. Who do you respect the most?
Now, I love this. If you answer anything that isn't Grandpa, he gets upset at you. My mom.
Youth, I weep for the younger generation. It pains the old heart. Listen to me, Sprout. What's your name? I see. Human, aren't you? My name's Tortimer, and I'm the mayor here in Stowbay. Yipper, pretty important job. You seem like a good kid. Listen, whenever there's a holiday or some kind of event, come talk to me. I'm sure I'll have something interesting stuff to pass on. Yipper, I surely will.
And by that, it's mostly like models and those kinds of furniture. And honestly, things that really didn't appear in later Animal Crossing games, which is kind of cool. That's something I like about the GameCube game. There's actually quite a few things that are in this game that kind of weren't carried over into future Animal Crossing games. Some people will say for better, some people will say for worse. I like how this town has 2 waterfalls, though. I think that's so cool. Most towns don't usually. They usually only get 1, so it's very different. Ursula, do you have to bother me right now? I'm busy. Oh, you were looking for friends. That's so sad, but I told you I'm... Oh, all right. So you're Levi. You win. I'll be your friend. I'm Ursula, okay? I'll see you soon, I'm sure. Okay, she's kind of a... She is much like Admiral and being kind of a jerk. I'm sure they'll love each other very, very much. So we've met pretty much everybody in town save for one, so I'm going to go say hi to them. We've also gotten a pretty good bearing of what our town is shaped like. Last thing I want to talk about the notice board. So you have little things that you can read. Right now it's just... basically just tutorial things. However, throughout the game, you want to check these things because it will also talk about upcoming events as well as certain little items that can be hidden around town for you to go on a scavenger hunt for. So that's pretty cool. So residents or visitors are free to use the bulletin board. Happy Room Academy is now recruiting. Just lay out your room and it will be judged. Please drop by my shop if you're interested. Here's a rough guide to the point system. 10,000 points or so basically anything below 20,000, slob alert. 20,000 or higher, a bit stylish, and 70,000 hip and hot. And that is what you're going to want to shoot for. Now, there's a way to achieve that, but it's a little bit complicated, and again, we'll be going into all that later. Pressing the A button, okay. Yeah, not going to write messages right now. So not worrying about any of that. So let's go talk to this guy, Ace. Hey, good morning. It's always nice to meet new people, right, Ace? They say the early bird gets the worm, but who needs a worm when you can make a new friend? My name is Ace. See you around, Ace. That's really confusing when that's also your call sign, but okay. So now that we have met everybody in town, I think we have a pretty good idea of what's going on around here, who we're going to meet, and all that stuff. So, with all of that said, I think I'm going to go to bed. Or I think I'm actually just going to go chill in my new house, take a look at it, see what I can maneuver around, and then about 9 o'clock we'll check on into work. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.